Hello, my goddess, beautiful one. We are right smack dab in the Lion's Gate right now. This portal that's open with the brightest star in our galaxy from Earth um, is shining really brightly right now. Its light is aligned with Earth, with our sun, and then with the star system Sirius. And the main star, Sirius A, is the brightest star in our nighttime sky. And it has been focused on and worshiped as a bringer of warmth, of prosperity, um, of the summer harvest, and also it's been very much a part of Isis, the goddess Isis. So we're really talking about a huge amount of goddess energy happening right now. And so for you goddesses, this is a perfect time to tap into that goddess energy that's within you. And so if you have questions, if you're joining me today, just pop your name into or just pop a little hello into the comments, and let me know what has been going on in your life with with the Lion's Gate. And we're going to talk all about how the Lion's Gate affects us, and what you can be watching out for, how to harness this time to really ascend. That's what this time is really great for, is bringing all of those things that aren't serving you to the surface and whoosh, washing them away. And that is part of the ascension process, is washing away all the stuff that really bogs you down. So I know we started a little bit early. That's okay. Just jump in and say a little hello when you pop in. Even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and leave a comment so that I know that you're there. I love questions, as I have said over and over again, so please pop your questions in. We are definitely going to be doing a blessing, and it's an ascension blessing, and also integrating this phenomenal, warm, heart-centered energy that is happening right now with this Lion's Gate portal. So I'm going to be covering a bunch of stuff about the Lion's Gate, what it is, and most importantly, how it is showing up in your life, how this energy might be showing up in your life, and how it has shown up in my life. I'm going to be sharing some stories about my own experience through this Lion's Gate. I'm also going to be sharing some insights into what other people have been experiencing and sharing with me, and how the Lion's Gate portal, this really intense light that is flooding into our earth, consciousness right now, is affecting our daily lives, like affecting us right now, how we're making decisions, and what kinds of emotional things are coming up to be cleared, and what kinds of old patterns are coming up to be cleared. There's a lot going on. So if you're feeling a lot of turbulence, you're not alone. There is a lot of turbulence going on right now. A lot of things are just being like tossed up into the air. And we're having to take a look at things as they're being tossed up into the air and really identify which things are worthy of our time, energy, attention, and and our focus, and which things are really ready to just be cleared, just be wiped off of our plates and let go of. And this includes relationships, it includes, you know, whatever things we're spending our time on. This includes the things that we have, you know, caused ourselves to believe are good and they're not actually good. That's what I am referring to as the illusions that we create for ourselves. And, you know, I've been talking about these rose-colored glasses. Just those are off right now. Those rose-colored glasses are off. All of these illusions that we have been, you know, creating for ourselves in order to lull ourselves into this false sense of comfort, this false sense of, you know, peacefulness. It's not really peacefulness, it's not really comfort, it's not really calm, it's not really what we want. It's just what we have lulled ourselves into believing is okay. And right now, with all of this light just blasting into our conscious awareness, it is like blasting right through those illusions and creating an opening for us to actually pay attention and recognize what's going on. So if you're here, go ahead and pop a little hello into the comments, and I will say hello back. I can't wait to hear what your questions are, or let me know exactly what has been showing up in your life that's really been like, whoa. Hi Della, I'm really glad that you're here. Whatever has been popping up in your life that has really grabbed your attention and made you like stop in your tracks and be like, oh my gosh, whoa, what is going on here? I thought that it was like this, but actually now I'm seeing a different perspective and this is not okay anymore. Awareness is that first part of making a change. And awareness is usually the part that's the scariest, that is the most confusing, that is the most upsetting. And I think that in itself is what causes us to dislike change so much, because it is upsetting, it is intense, it is like really derailing in a lot of ways, this awareness that that something is needing to change. Hi Claudel, I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so so how does this starlight, this intense starlight amplified through our own star and aligning with our earth, cause this consciousness opening, and how does it affect us? So we're going to be looking at the intensified clarity that we're getting. We're going to be looking at how the illusions are being broken down, how profound truths are being revealed, and those rose-colored glasses, they're just off. They are off now. Those ones that lull you into a false sense of contentment, no longer there. And in the end, we don't want a false sense of contentment. We want actual contentment. We want actual peace. We want actual love. We want true purpose and clarity and fulfillment. And this is what is available to us right now at this time. This is a perfect time to be really diving into what it is that you want to create in your life. This is the perfect time for that. We're also getting a massive dose of self-love and self-respect, because really when we take those rose-colored glasses off, when we remove the illusions of you know, what we thought we wanted or what other people have dictated is good for us and that we've just accepted, when we remove that, that is the ultimate form of self-love. That is the ultimate form of self-respect, is to really see what it is that we want. So going to be telling some stories, and then we're going to be diving into this ascension blessing and integrating this light so that you can really harness all of the goodness and all of the clarity and all of the true self-love that is available at this time. So first, just a little bit about me. My name is Jenny Jo Allen. I am a clairvoyant healer. I help powerful women reclaim their natural intuition and heal those old traumas that keep you small and keep you complacent and keep you from really showing up in your true power. And I help women really embrace that divine goddess within, because that is our power. I often, get information from different clients that I see. And this is like a lot of different clients. And I don't know if they're just the ones that are attracted to me, or if they're just a lot of us on this planet right now. But I get a lot of clients who are part of this sort of more ancient collective of the goddess Isis, priestesses. So, like recently, I had somebody who she was in this group called the Sisters of Isis, or the Sisterhood of Isis. It was something like that. And it was just so fascinating to really tap into the power of that and all of the learning and experience that she had gained in these past lives of being a priestess or a sister in the sisterhood of the goddess Isis. So working with that goddess Isis energy is just perfect for this time of year, because in ancient Egypt, when the Lion's Gate opened, and it popped up over the horizon, and you could see that star Sirius A shining super brightly. It was this time of year, and it always heralded the flood of the Nile River and prosperity and new growth and harvest, and that was very much associated with the goddess Isis. Goddess Isis brought a lot of birth. She was the goddess mother, and a lot of prosperity and new regrowth and rebirthing and opening to the world, to humanity. So yeah, this goddess Isis thing is really really up right now. We're going to be doing some honoring of that in the blessing that we do in a little bit here. So how do we know that there's change afoot in our lives? What is the number one signal that there are changes coming up? Who can tell me? Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and shout it out. Your feelings. So I don't know if you've noticed, but this time that we're in right here with the Lion's Gate, by the way, the Lion's Gate pretty much opens right around July 26th, near the end of July. And then it peaks on August 8th. So that's why it's called the 8/8 Lion's Gate. That's the peak of the alignment with Sirius, the sun, and the earth. And then it closes right around August 13th. So that's our time period right here. We are right at that peak of super powerful energy, and there's been a lot of turbulence and a lot of big, huge epiphanies have been happening for me. A lot of super intense energy, like everybody's needing stuff. Everybody's there's just so much energy, and it's a little bit disorienting. for people who are really sensitive to that kind of thing. It can be really disorienting. You can need a lot of downtime, a lot of like, oh my gosh. So at the same time that there's like all this starlight and all this like, wow, I just really want to be out there. There's also, you know, for super sensitive people, for empaths and psychically sensitive people, there can be this sense of like, oh my gosh, I need to like regroup. Both of those are totally normal, and that's what I'm talking about when I talk about turbulent energy. There's just like these ups and downs, a lot of roller coastering going on. So if you are having some really intense feelings right now, whether it's like, you know, extraordinarily laughter and high, and then you dip down into a crying jag, or you're finding yourself feeling really angry, or yeah, like I was kind of going through like these bouts of you know, feeling really short tempered. I could put it that way, and that would be nice. And that was like a couple weeks ago. And so I, you know, and I usually kind of preemptively feel a lot of this stuff. So if you're somebody that preemptively feels things and then you hear about it when other people are talking about it and you're like, oh yeah, I felt that a week or two ago, then you're probably right along the same lines as me. If you're more one of those people that feels it as it's happening and it's really intense as the astrological event or the, you know, the cosmic event or the energetic event is happening, then this is probably what's coming up for you right now, or maybe just a few days ago, and then it's shifted. So wherever you are in that cycle is completely normal for you and totally fine. And you know, it's good to kind of understand what your rhythm is and pay attention to that. So yeah, the turbulent energy. Then I went into this period of like just calm, kind of, you know, checking everything out. And now there just feels like a lot of swirling energy, like swirling, I think that I could call it. Whereas before it was kind of like turbulent like this, and now it's whoosh, swirling. Yeah, it can be really challenging to feel yourself be planted when the energy is swirling so intensely like that. So these are some of the ways that you can tell that there's something intense going on. And sometimes you just like going through life and you're doing your thing, you're going to work and whatever, and you don't really feel this stuff. But now listening to me talking about it, you're like, oh, right, yeah, I am feeling that stuff. If that's you, just go ahead and give a thumbs up. So, you know, it's all good. It's all okay, whether you're distracted by life or really paying attention. Both ways are totally fine. This is just a moment for you to check in with yourself and actually pay attention to what's happening. And this window, this portal with the Lion's Gate is the perfect time to spend a minute to really check in with yourself about what your feelings are. Feelings are always the sign that you've been waiting for when it's time to change, to make a change. So changes are afoot. Opening, you know, clarity and washing away the illusions. That's what we're in right now. So when we are breaking down those illusions, it can feel really painful, and there can be some sense of self-blame or self-loathing involved in that. So right now it's really important to focus in on that deep self-love and recognize that all of the changes and all of the awarenesses that you're gaining about ways in which you have been putting illusions on your life to make it seem like it's okay when it isn't. Lots of self-forgiveness. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing a good job, and do a lot of self-forgiveness. Profound truths are being revealed right now. the rose-colored glasses that keep you feeling like you are content when actually there is discontent underneath that, lurking underneath that, and really inviting in that massive dose of self-love. So, how it can show up with your feelings: grief, anger, crying, questioning your choices, your life, like what you thought you were going to be doing for the next 10 years or for the next 10 minutes, questioning everything, boundaries coming up, like people railroading your boundaries or having to set boundaries and being really conscious about setting those boundaries and doing it in a way that's compassionate and consistent and recurring, because boundaries are never a one and done. It's always, you have to keep on standing in that power and holding those boundaries. Another one is guilt. Like, guilt can definitely come up. So that's why I'm talking a lot about self-forgiveness. So I'm going to tell you a few stories now about what has been coming up in the readings that I've been doing in my own life, and in some colleagues and friends have been, a lot of people have been reaching out to me lately, not even for readings, but just, not only for readings, but also friends have been reaching out being like, look, I've got some stuff going on. I need to talk to you about it. And so, all of that is good. And there have been some really interesting things coming up. So one of them, I'm going to tell my personal story right now. I don't know if you guys have been watching, or if you've watched the series. It's a really short series on Netflix about Queen Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt. So I was really resisting watching that because I was like, all of the information about Cleopatra is so patriarchal and misogynistic. I don't even want to watch that. But then I saw a little thing about it and I was like, maybe I'll try it. And oh my gosh, the whole thing was done. All the scholars involved in this were women. So it's totally told from the empowered feminine perspective. I totally recommend watching that if you're on Netflix. Check it out, Cleopatra. It's like, okay, so here's what happened. For the past month or so, I have been dating, I guess you could say, a particular lovely human. And I've really been enjoying it. But the problem is that after I finished watching this Cleopatra series, he said something that, like, he had been saying over and over and over again, like, really wonderful stuff. Like, it's not bad stuff. It's really good stuff. It's really sweet, really, like, a lot of gratitude and all this stuff. And so anyway, he like sent me this text and it was like all this beautiful gratitude. And it just hit me all of a sudden. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in another one of my love patterns. And here's the thing. This Lionsgate, the star Sirius, and this alignment is really focused on the heart. So that's why I'm really talking about feelings. That's why I'm really talking about self-love. And so, if you've got, I got another story I'll tell you in a minute. But if you've got stuff going on in the heart center, your relationships, your family connections, whatever those love connections are in your life, and even self-love bits too, like your body, like how you care about your body or how you feel about your body, like all those kinds of self-love bits are right up right now, also. So anyway, after I watched that series, it hit me that and the question that came to me was, what's in it for me? And I realized that the pattern that I created it. I did it. I take full responsibility for the fact that I set myself up for this. um, is that I was the healer again. I took on that role in the relationship. I didn't mean to. I didn't do it on purpose. It's just one of my patterns. And, that's how I have been in relationships my whole life. And it's something that I have realized that's not really what I want out of a relationship. And so when that popped up again, I was like, oh, dang it. I couldn't believe that I had fallen into that again. Oh my gosh, it was so frustrating. So, love patterns. Love patterns can be exposed right now. So this is really fresh. It popped up yesterday. So now I'm like, I've just been kind of keeping it to myself. You guys are the first to know. And I've just been really thinking about, like, what do I want to do with this information? So, confusion can happen. A lot of questioning of your life choices can happen. A lot of questioning of your relationships can happen. A lot of questioning of, what now? Like, okay, so that's really real. So that's just my one little example of how that has affected my life really profoundly. So I'm going to tell you another story, another heart-based story. I had a client who came to me and she was really like, I don't know what to do about my marriage. And some big epiphanies came out of the reading. And they weren't necessarily ones that she was really super happy about. But it was very profound and also really revealing. And it really pointed towards self-love and self-respect. And, the question is, how long are you willing to give your years, months, days, and hours away to someone who is never going to be able to fulfill what it is that you need? How long? Luckily, in this country, women have the power to realize that they've made a mistake, or that the relationship is no longer serving them and is never going to, or they realize that they have changed and they need to exit stage left. We're allowed to do that in this country. I don't recommend it for everybody, for sure. There are a lot of relationships that can weather whatever those changes, whatever those storms are. Some relationships are just toxic. And it's okay to save yourself. It's okay to save yourself. You don't have to drown along with that other person. Yeah, especially when we're talking about narcissists and healers, because there is a relationship that is never, ever, ever going to change, because the narcissist doesn't know that they're a narcissist, and they don't think that they have anything that they need to change. Yeah, everybody needs to conform to them. So there's that. Been there, done that. Yay. Oh, it's over. Okay, so that's another way that our heart space can really be challenged, is when we have these big epiphanies and we realize, okay, wow, this isn't working and it's time for a change. Another one that that has come up really recently is this false contentment. So, like having those rose-colored glasses on, oh, it's okay that blah, 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 that this, that, or the other thing isn't right in my life. It'll get better. It's fine. I just need to keep going and it'll be okay. And that, so I have a friend who is like, wow, I just realized that I'm not okay with not having as much money as I want. I'm not okay with that. That's not working for me. And I've been telling myself that it's fine, but I've realized it's not fine. And the thing is, as soon as she made the decision that that wasn't fine and that she needed to find a new avenue of income, boom, she had two really good job offers for extra income on top of what, she was normally doing that fit in perfectly timing wise, financial wise, and were going to double her income. So, sometimes just recognizing that what you need to do is change is all it takes to set those wheels in motion to bring to you the ways and the means. So, that those rose-colored glasses popped right off. She realized that that was an illusion that she was creating for herself, that she was okay with it. She wasn't. And that's okay to recognize that. And she, boom, instantly made a big change. Another one is, people and pets. I know several people and several pets who have left their bodies during this time. It's a really powerful time of light and clarity, and they're like, okay, they're being guided by this really intense, powerful light right now. And, our best path for that is just to step out of the way and let them experience the release that can happen when you let go of a body that's no longer functioning properly, that is not able to support life anymore, and allow that to happen and bless the soul that's moving on. Just bless the soul that's moving on. So this is where grief is coming into this time frame, is sometimes we are not ready to let our loved ones go, even though it was clearly their time to let go. So yeah, those things have been coming up as well. So yep, lots of feelings, lots of turbulence, lots of questioning, lots of like eye-opening stuff. Not everything that pops up is something that you have to take immediate action on. I myself am one of those people that needs quite a long time to process things before it's appropriate for me to take some action. So even though I've had these epiphanies, I'm like, okay, I'm just setting it back there and I'm ruminating on it. I'm just going to sit with it and let it filter through and experience what I'm experiencing and process through, the fact that I had an illusion and that my patterns got the better of me again, and find out if I can change my pattern and still keep connecting with this person. So that's where I'm at. Like, do I need to ditch the whole relationship? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'm checking it out. Awesome. Rosemary, hello. I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for putting in a comment and saying hello. Awesome. So do you have anything that's coming up, you guys? Do you have anything that's been popping up and saying, oh my gosh, this has been so intense, or just general feelings of turbulence, or general aha moments, mind blown? Anything popping up, just pop that into the comments if you feel like sharing. It's not required. Okay, so let's do a little Ascension blessing where we harness this incredible light that's coming in, this StarLight open portal, and allow it to be a gentle, easy, embracing, and inhaling of that self-love and self-caring and self-nurturing that is really so potent right now. And what we're going to be doing is really focusing on that goddess Isis energy And if you feel a connection to ancient Egypt, to the pyramids, to the daughters of Isis, or to the priestesses of Isis, if you feel any connection to that or resonate with that in any way, go for it. If you feel a resonance or a connection to the Celtic goddess culture or to the Norse, goddesses and gods, or to any other deeply inspiring goddess feelings inside of yourself, this is what we're tapping into right now. The birthing mother, the nurturing one, the holder of the whole world in your arms type of person. There's somebody that I know that I've been working with for years and years, actually, and she doesn't have any physical children here on earth in this life, but she is one of the most nurturing, caring, empathetic people that I have ever met. She's just like, she just holds everybody in her arms. And she just really embodies that like nurturing mother energy. It's pretty intense. It's wild. So whether you are actually a mother or not does not matter. It's that goddess, mother, creator, bearer of life energy that we're harnessing right here through this high, warm, vibrant starlight. So at this moment, I just like to invite you to breathe in deep. And as you breathe in, allow your heart to expand along with your lungs. And as you exhale, exhale all that's getting in your way down and out through your feet. Inhale through your crown, expand your lungs and your heart. Exhale down your spine, down your legs, and out through your feet. Rising back up, inhale through your crown, expanding your heart, allowing it to fill with all that starlight, exhaling down your legs and out through your feet, everything that's stagnant or getting in your way. Imagine that that's flushing through the earth, rising back up around, connecting with your crown. Breathe it in. All the starlight connecting with your conscious love and awareness and self-respect. Breathe it all the way out and down through your feet and into earth, honoring earth and inviting that starlight warmth, clarity, purpose, fulfillment into your lungs, into your bloodstream, into your heart. Releasing everything that's getting in your way that feels stagnant or illusionary, down and out through your feet, rising back up and cycling just like this. And as you breathe, imagine that you are breathing in starlight, breathing in warm, nurturing, goddess light, expanding your whole being, your energy field, and all the energy through you, around you, within you, with that goddess energy, and exhaling everything that is not your goddess, pure, warm, light self. Breathing in that goddess light, and the goddess has many faces, so I know I just said exhale everything that is not that goddess light, but let me tell you, goddesses have many faces, and it's okay to just really be with whatever emotions you're having, as long as you're not hurting other people, right? But have all those emotions that you need to have. Totally let them flood through you, in and flush out. Flooding in, embodying them, embracing them, noticing how you're feeling, identifying what is you know, what your feelings are. Sometimes that's really hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to put a name to your feelings. Just don't even try right now. Just feel what you're feeling. Allow it to move through your body, collect it. It's almost like magnetic, collecting all those places that you've been storing old emotions that aren't serving the here and now for you. Allow the light that you're breathing in to become magnetic, drawing all of those stored emotions in your cells, in your ancestral DNA that you inherited from your ancestors, in your past life light body that's flowing all through and around you. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And flush that out and through everything that you don't need anymore. Move it out. Bring in all the new you. Embrace that with warm, loving arms. And flush out all the old you that really doesn't belong there anymore. Now a big self-hug, because it's always important to be your most reliable hugger for yourself. That's that beautiful self-love that you need to draw in and hold. Draw in and hold. There we go. You are a vessel of light. You are a vessel of goddess, juicy, warm energy. You are holding the vibrations of love and expansion and ascension and clarity for yourself and for the world. Sharing that or just holding it close, whatever feels comfortable for you. Whew, excellent. Boom, boom, boom. Integrating that light. Keep going. Any questions, definitely reach out to me. You can reach out to me via email, via Facebook Messenger, or send me a text message. Yep, all my info is right here in the group. Just look at the group info and you will find me for sure. Send me a message. We'll chat. Okay. Love and blessings to you. If you need a session, if you need some extra clarity, if you're like wondering what is going on with you right now and you can't figure it out, if you're like dealing with some really heavy stuff and you don't know which direction to go in, definitely click on that link in the description and that will take you to my schedule. I have opened up 30-minute sessions again, so those are available if you just want a quick reading. And I will see you next time. Thanks for the gratitude, Della. Love and blessings. Bye.